building when you come into the city of Poughkeepsie to do your work with county government. Keeping in mind, and I would offer that there really isn't any benefit or service we could offer that adequately recognizes the service of the men and women who serve and continue to serve this country. And equally as importantly, government isn't able to gift government services. So we always have to be cognizant of the fact that everything we offer is paid for in one fashion or another by taxpayers, but ultimately everything that we pay for and all the services and the freedoms that we enjoy were protected and paid for by men and women, some of whom lost their lives in service to this country over this country's years of existence. Today, beyond the continued expansion of the Favor Card program, we're here to recognize one of our own, and I'll let the commander speak to that. But before I do, I want to add my commendations to Nelson Eddie Rivera. I'm not allowed to have a favorite department head. I'm supposed to like them all, you know, and I do. They all do great work. But I have to say one of my favorite is Nelson. This is a man who committed in service to this country. And equally importantly, continues his service as the director of our division for veteran services. Nelson is one of those guys that would just go out of his way to provide help, in particular to those who serve in any one of our branches of military service. But he's tireless. If you need to get to an event and you don't have any other way to get there, he'll come pick you up and drive you there. If you need a particular service, he'll come in and help you. And he's always got a smile. And he's always interested and willing to work and help. Now, veteran services work with veterans and their dependents on applying for various benefits from the federal, state, and local governments. In 2011, we had contact with nearly 11,000 veterans and provided over 13,177 direct services. Year to date, in 2012, over 5,800 veterans and dealt with over 5,800 veterans and provided over 9,200 direct services. Of course, there are dozens upon dozens of services we assist with, ranging from filing for discharge papers and medals to applying for compensation through the VA. Our team at Veteran Services, as I mentioned, go well beyond the call of duty. Families call about billing problems, we assist. They don't think their loved ones are getting the proper care, we assist. They call to send somebody to check in on their neighbors, we assist. And why do they call us? Why do they reach out to the Veteran Services Division? They do so because they know that the men and women who work for us, and in particular Nelson and his entire team, are there to help. Nelson has helped coordinate stops of the loop bus service on the grounds of the VA hospital, so veterans wouldn't have to walk to get to the services. Of course, working with County Clerk Kendall to implement and continue to expand the Favor Card. Dutchess County Veterans Appreciation Day, of course, has been a tremendous success, held in November, where we pause to honor and recognize those, in particular some who didn't get the recognition that they deserved when they returned from their service. Beyond that, Veteran Services and Nelson himself and the team continue to coordinate forums in partnership with many, including Senator Saland and his forums, and public outreach all across Dutchess County. We've coordinated a care package drive for the 727th detachment this year, and of course, Nelson himself serves on a wide range of committees and organizations to make sure that the voices of Dutchess County residents continue to be heard. One particular event, which was a bit of a dream of his, was on the eve of Memorial Day, when this country pauses to recognize those men and women who gave the ultimate sacrifice, on the eve of Memorial Day, organize a candlelight vigil on the walkway over the Hudson. And it was a beautiful event, the first this year, a beautiful event where the two counties that share that great asset, the walkway, came together to recognize those who continue in service, those who sacrificed in service, and their families who live on with their loss. The next outreach event that we'll be participating in will be held at Marist College on August the 18th with the VA, and we'll be discussing veterans benefits at their new student orientation. I'm going to pass the podium off to a gentleman who has committed in service in his own right, but what I want you to know and also appreciate, as this country continues in active military service in several corners of the globe. There are countless men and women returning from service who don't often get the recognition and the support that they deserve. And as we see men and women returning from service in Iraq and Afghanistan, they continue to experience both traumatic, health, and financial demands where, in many cases, they don't know where to turn. And working with the VA, working with our friends at state government, and being really the point of contact for those veterans here in Dutchess County, the demand is great and growing, and like generations before them, these men and women don't necessarily want special recognition, but they deserve special recognition, and we're here to ensure that they get it. And that team and that effort is led by our own Nelson Rivera. Ladies and gentlemen, to speak on the American Legion Service 2012 Officer of the Year Award, I'd like to present to you and pass the microphone, which I don't do often. Pass the microphone to Dutchess County American Legion Commander Luis Chico Humphreys.